Well, you're supposed to just lay down and let them take you to a re-education center. I mean, and I guess you're going to let them take your wives and kids off. I mean, do the cops really think people aren't going to fight?
Yeah, I don't know. You know, veterans outnumber the police. How many to one? 100 to 1? I don't know. I don't want this to happen. I know you don't want this to happen, but what are you going to do if it does happen? I'm not going to stand by and let them destroy my country. They're destroying the future of my children and my grandchildren, Alex.
Well, here's the deal. There's going to be a lot of bad stuff that happens on both sides. That's war. If this goes down, and there's going to be problems. And they're going to stage atrocities and blame it on the Liberty Movement to try to win the PSYOP. But the vets know it's a PSYOP and aren't going to stop. This is only going to get worse once it starts. And, again, there's no veterans doing anything right now. No IEDs, no cops being targeted. They are literally getting the police to pick a fight with veterans. I mean, I think the police are smart enough to understand the globalists hate their guts and want us to kill each other. I mean, don't they understand that?
Well, you know, I would like to think that, but to be honest with you, Alex, most of my friends, most of my inner circle are retired military. I live 30 minutes north of a very large Navy base in Millington, Tennessee, and my veteran friends are starting to wake up to actually what's going on. They've served. They've seen this. But on the other side of the coin, I know a lot of police just from my profession, and most of them do not have a clue and do not want a clue. They just don't want to hear about it.
Well, Civil War starts, they're going to get a clue real quick.
I believe so. Again, I pray it doesn't happen, but, man, they sure are pushing for it.
Well, just know that when they nuke a major city or blow up a school and say we did it, you know, I warned everybody. I really appreciate you. God bless. Adam in West Virginia, you're on the air. Go ahead.
Yes, sir. I think it's absolutely terrible that the veterans are public enemy number one. And I got a letter from the VA offering to give free gun locks. So I don't know if this is a way of them gauging the level of resistance.
No, absolutely. No. I mean, it's all part of that first contact, like something's wrong with you. Like, oh, maybe you shouldn't have a gun. It's terrible.
And I can scan and email that letter in, and then it has like another sheet here for like the Veterans Crisis Line, and then just a sheet to mail it in. It's got some gun safety.
Yeah, and now they're starting and demanding if you want more VA, quote, services that you've already paid for in blood, sweat, and tears, you've got to go in and talk to a psychologist. And it's, quote, we want to find out who's going to go haywire. It's not veterans that are going haywire, folks. It's 15-year-old kids on Ritalin and drugs like that.
Would you like me to scan and email that into?
Yes, sir, and a brief description of what happened. Show tips, one word, show tips at Infowars.com. That's a big story, and we'd like to get that out.
All right, sir, I will do that. Thank you.
Thank you for your call. John in Maryland, you're on the air. Go ahead. Go ahead, John. Yes, sir, go ahead.
You think they're getting ready? I think they are, too. Because around Baltimore and D.C., they were at the intersections for the highways, like the beltways that go around Baltimore and D.C. and 95 and 83 hit. They were running electrical conduit to the center, and now there's like electrical junction boxes.
Well, I mean, they're hardening facilities, putting in infrastructure, building their new private internet. I mean, it's a total takeover. It's literally, let me not exaggerate, 30 times bigger than the Manhattan Project. This secret police state project against America, this treason, this Vichy French takeover is just mega massive. And they've had it going in slow motion forever, but it finally hits a flashpoint. What does your gut tell you?
I don't know. When I was in the National Guard, they had the snipers dressing up with like Environmental Protection Agency coveralls on, and they broke down their rifles and put them in toolboxes, and they were going into the projects and like in between D.C. and Baltimore and like Prince George's County, and they were working with like the FBI and stuff. It was really, really, really uncomfortable because I've been listening to you for like 6 years, and the first time I heard them say that, I was like, oh man, you guys are playing with fire. You don't want to be doing that. Like,
God bless you, brother. We'll be right back with Mike, Jason, Max, Joe, and others. And I have the full clip coming up. Stay with us. Hi, folks. Alex Jones here with some important information. I want to tell you about Matt Redhawk and his team of patriots over at My Patriot Supply. Several years ago, Matt was sitting in his two-bedroom apartment, frustrated with the direction this country was headed and the charlatans willing to sell us out for a quick buck. Deciding to take action, a company run by patriots for patriots was born. My Patriot Supply has never taken a loan or accepted outside funding. They now operate 2 distribution facilities and employ over 50 hardworking American men and women. It is rare to find companies who practice what they preach. And that's why I stock my pantry with high-quality storable foods from My Patriot Supply. Go to mypatriotsupply.com/Alex today for special offers on emergency food storage, or call their preparedness specialist at 866-229-0927. That's 866-229-0927. Do business with someone who shares your values. mypatriotsupply.com/Alex.
It's been said, those who control the food control the people. Are you concerned about GMO foods making you sick and affecting your mind? Many people suffer from lack of energy, insomnia, loss of stamina, weight gain, and the inability to think clearly. Genetically modified crops, processed foods, and toxic chemicals can compromise your health and are silently destroying your digestive system, which accounts for 80% of your immune system. Take back control of your health with Pro EM1 Probiotic from Terraganics. Pro EM1 Probiotic helps protect your body against irritable bowel syndrome, constipation, Crohn's disease, celiac disease, diabetes, the common cold, and much more. And including a powerful probiotic like Pro EM1 is part of your daily routine, puts you back in control and prevents you from becoming a mindless zombie manipulated by the pharmaceutical and GMO agendas. Call Terraganics at 866-369-3678 or visit Terraganics.com. TERAGANIX.com.
Great news, pure water lovers. BigBerkeyWaterFilters.com has a special discount offer for all GCN listeners. You can't do better than a Big Berkey for economy. For only 1.7 cents a gallon, a single set of filters can last for 5 to 10 years. There's none better than a Big Berkey for emergency preparedness as a backup water source. And you just can't beat a Big Berkey to remove dangerous chlorine, all types of fluoride, pathogenic bacteria, cysts, parasites, and unhealthy byproducts from municipal water. Berkey water filter systems are even powerful enough to purify stagnant pond water. For the gold standard in water filters, get a Big Berkey at BigBerkeyWaterFilters.com. And all GCN listeners get 5% off all ceramic filter systems. For details, call 1-877-99-BERKEY. That's 877-99-BERKEY. Big Berkey Water Filters, for the love of clean water.
Hi, this is Ted Anderson. Have you ever wondered why banks, stockbrokers, investment advisors won't talk about gold IRAs? They've been available since 1986, yet the financial industry won't recognize the value of gold for your retirement. Gold has outperformed paper investments, yet no word about IRAs. If you would like to have gold for your retirement, call 800-686-2237. Don't get left behind by rising inflation and low returns. Call 800-686-2237. Secure your future and call 1-800-686-2237.
Get the most important package of information you'll ever receive in your life for only $10. The package includes 3 books and 7 DVD programs which cover biblical miracles and prophecy. The Shroud of Turin, The Third Secret of Fatima, What Really Happened to the Catholic Church, and more. Call 800-513-0029. That's 800-513-0029. Or go to VaticanCatholic.com. That's VaticanCatholic.com. 800-513-0029. VaticanCatholic.com.
So in this Fox News clip where they're talking about, we need these armored vehicles for the veterans, which we've always had in this country, as they prepare to stage this new war. We're going to play that clip after some calls where he says, don't worry, we're not coming for your guns. Well, maybe this SWAT team guy isn't, but if he gets the orders, that will happen. And the globalists have taken the guns everywhere they're in control, and they admit that's their goal. And that's how they'll try to start a civil war. Let's go ahead and, you see the massive preparation for it. They're not doing this for nothing. Let's talk to Mike in California. What's your take on this?
Hey, Alex, love your show. We love your work. I've got quite a bit of insight, retired Marine, number of combat tours, graduated a police academy, so I got some insight on the mindset. Really, to tell you the truth, it's more paranoia on their part than anything. That cop up in L.A. that, what was his name? I can't even remember now.
Dorner.
That went off the rails, and the guy was had some tactical training, not a whole lot, but he, you could see from their response they overreacted to everything the guy did. So the fact of the matter is, they know that launching any kind of an offensive against very highly tactically trained military at this point, returning veterans, is stupid. They're just paranoid. They're scared. They want to be prepared for guys like that L.A. cop. Now, having said that, we're not really worried about it. We're not concerned about it. If they come after us, we know it's a big mistake, and if we don't have guns, we'll just take theirs. They can't win. It's a fight that they can't win. You've said it numerous times. So we're just sitting here waiting. I'm just doing my job, going to work, and do what I do every day. And if that's something they decide to do, we'll just say no. We're drawing the line. You're not doing it. And trust me, they'll back off. We're not just sitting here. The reason why they haven't had any big-scale problems with veterans is because we're not scared of them. We're not worried about them because they can't win.
Well, I'll say this. We were just playing Sunday Pentagon clips with them admitting that nobody can defeat a low-tech group that refuses to surrender. That's why I say resistance is victory. I mean, if the globalists really try to start a civil war with the American people and gun owners, I mean, it's the only thing they have is a psyop to stage terror attacks and blame it on us, hoping that then the people turn against us. But that's not going to work because everybody knows they're staging the terror attacks. I mean, we have hammered that so hard that I don't see how they're going to get away with it. But I'm telling you, the globalists are emboldened. They are going ahead with it. I mean, they're not spending hundreds of billions of dollars the last 10 years training the police for war with gun owners and conservatives for no reason. And they intend to go ahead with this. They're going to stage a race war in the middle of it to really confuse things. And again, it doesn't make sense to you. You're saying, well, we'll kick their butt. Yeah, they want us. They want the American gun owner to take out the police and military for them. And so there's the master stroke. How do you stop that from happening?
Well, stop it from happening, we just fight them. Like for instance, when we go through a door somewhere, you shoot the first 2 or 3 Marines through the door, that doesn't mean they're stopping. We're still coming. They may take out a few, but we're not going to stop. The blood of our forefathers is still in us from this day. You just have to be around them. You have to be in active duty active duty units in a combat situation to understand how well they adjust to changing situations on the battlefield, how determined they are, and even though there's always a little distraction on what our background is or where we come from, we always center back onto target and get back centered.
Well, so I will say we have the globalists in check if we use it. The fact that literally 80+% of military that I run into that are active duty are listeners. That's got to really scare the establishment that the core listening audience of this show is veterans and active duty. Why do you think that is?
Because they on the inside and they see the truth. You awaken them. You start them doing their own research. You make them proactive rather than being reactive. And you have to understand that that's what brings us in the door to the recruiting office in the first place. Is that mindset? You just give us a tool. You just give us the
exactly. I'm not doing anything. I'm saying America's being taken over. They're training for war against the American people. What are we going to do? And the veterans are saying we're going to figure it out. And the globalists are scared, and they should be. I mean, we could arrest these globalists so quickly, try them, and really fix this country. It wouldn't be perfect, but it'd be a lot better than conscious evil trying to run this nation in the ground. God bless you. I appreciate your call. Jason, Max, Joe, Bruce, and many others. Your calls are coming up. We have the niece of Martin Luther King, an amazing writer and speaker in her own right, joining us to talk about the silent genocide going on in this country. Stay with us. I'm Alex Jones, Infowars.com.
We're on the march. The empire's on the run. Alex Jones and the GCN Radio Network.